What if the Chicago Bears are on the brink of something monumental? A seismic shift that could finally set this franchise back on its rightful path? Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era, or is it nothing but a mirage in the desert of despair that has suffocated us for decades? Hit that like button, subscribe for every electrifying moment, and let us know, are you ready for the Bears to rise from the ashes of yesterday and reclaim their glory? Whispers are echoing through Hollis Hall, like phantom footsteps haunting the very ground where legends were forged. Inside sources are buzzing with speculation, revealing tension between expectations and reality as the stands fill with hopeful fans yearning to witness a revival. Could it be that Caleb Williams, the prodigious quarterback we've only dreamed about, is not just another name, but rather the catalyst that ignites a smoldering fire within this franchise? The mere mention of his name sends heartbeats racing and stomachs fluttering, but a glimmer of hope is often shadowed by a cloud of uncertainty. At practice, those eerie rumors mingled with the roars of the optimists and the skepticism of the seasoned Bears faithful, creating a tension that hangs heavily in the air, a storm waiting to break. And then it happened. Caleb showcased a flicker of brilliance today, threading the needle like a master seamstress, connecting with his teammates in a way that felt different, a heartbeat synchronizing with a fan base that craves redemption. Imagine for a second if this young gunslinger can channel the indomitable spirits of Walter Payton and Brian Urlacher, but more importantly, if he can diffuse the frustration from our haunting past, the heartbreak of '06 and '18, Bears fans. Know heartbreak all too well, we've become familiar with the ache of missed opportunities, the ghosts of mismanaged games, and the bitter taste of mediocrity. But what if Caleb has the potential to resurrect us from the void? Yet, like a double-edged sword, this moment of excitement is steeped in trepidation. What if the defense, the ever-reliable, relentless Bears defense steals the thunder again, eclipsing any progress the offense might make? Sure, Montez Sweat is absolutely annihilating the offensive line in practice, and while a ferocious defense is our pride, how many times have we seen that overshadow our offensive woes? It's suffocating, and while we've got talent on our side, is Caleb Williams prepared to weather the storm, or will he crumble under the weight of expectations that seem as heavy as the Soldier Field stands? The stakes have never been higher. If he can't find his footing under center, will we witness another twist of fate that dashes hopes before they even ignite? But wait, let's not forget the emotional ties, the weight of history that surrounds this team. The trials and tribulations, the highs and lows that have become etched in our memory, could all come crashing down if we invite another disaster into our lives. Running through our collective minds are the faces of the heroes we once cheered. For Hester's exhilarating dash down the sideline, Urlacher soaring for those game-winning picks, and Peyton's elegant determination. Each victory was a sweet reminder that this city deserves greatness, yet here we are, shackled by uncertainty once more. And so, we linger on the brink eager, hopeful, terrified. The what-ifs swirl like autumn leaves in the Chicago wind, both beautiful and foreboding. What if the offense finally gels? What if the defense doesn't overshadow their strides? And what if Caleb Williams truly finds his rhythm, catapulting his offensive crew onto the map as a powerhouse rather than an afterthought? The challenge is real, and fans see both light and shadow in that balance. Buckle up, because as we teeter on this precipice, one wrong call could change everything, and all that lingering anticipation begs one chilling question. What happens when the dust settles? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and you won't want to miss part 2, where the dark truths and unfolding mysteries continue to flurry around Hollis Hall like an impending storm. Listen up, Bears Nation, you feel it, don't you? That familiar ache in the pit of your stomach, the pulse of hope intertwined with dread, battling for supremacy as we stand at the precipice yet again. This season, these moments, they're not just about football. They're about the very essence of what it means to bleed navy and orange, about the legacy of legends who once clawed their way to greatness. Because let me tell you, If you've ever felt that heart-stopping tension of a game slipping from your grasp in the fourth quarter, if you've ever screamed at the TV wondering how the gods of football continuously conspire against us, then this is your rallying cry. Wake up, wake up. Believe that we can change the narrative. We've done it before. We can do it again. But let's dive deeper into the theory we've all been whispering about in hushed tones at bars across this city. Notion that under the regime of this current coaching staff, the Bears might just be on the brink of something monumental or another. Gut-wrenching collapse that leaves us all gasping for air. Now, imagine the impact of a transformative draft, one that brings in a dynamic quarterback who can push the limits of the offense, a centerpiece that energizes this historic franchise. But what if it all goes sideways? The locker room, already shaky from whispers of uncertainty, might buckle under the pressure. From the veterans who've tasted both misery and fleeting glory, to the rookies wide-eyed with dreams and ambition, all of them could feel the sting of a final nail in the coffin if this doesn't pan out, compounded by the relentless jeers from their rivals across the division. Can you picture Aaron Rodgers smirking in those ridiculous green and gold pajamas while we wallow in yet another missed opportunity? And don't get me started on the Lions and the Vikings. The thought of them showing up to our house and laughing as our hopes turn to dust sends shivers down my spine. Just like the wind howling off Lake Michigan and slicing through those late-season games. The gut-wrenching memories of glory days like the ferocity of Mike Singletary, the tenacity of Brian Urlacher, and the electrifying speed of Devin Hester flash by. They've etched their names in the hearts of Chicagoans. And as we watch our team flounder, the ghosts of '85 scream in agony, clutching at the remnants of tradition and dedication as each embarrassing fumble or heartbreaking interception recalls the lingering phantom pain of 2006-2010, and that soul-crushing double, doink in 2018. Those years have become scar tissue, harsh reminders that the blood and sweat we pour into our fandom could very well lead to yet another disappointment as this year unfolds. And deep down, we grapple with an unsettling question. Are these decisions steering us towards redemption, or are we on the precipice of another disheartening spiral downwards, losing our bearings in the chaos of a head-spinning NFL landscape? Look around at Hollis Hall. Every moment crackles with tension, confusion thick, enough to slice, where hope battles despair like a gladiator in the Colosseum. You can practically smell the desperation wafting through the corridors as, if it were that cold December air, a bracing mix of expectation and angst. Will we gather our strength, hold on tightly to this flickering flame of possibility, or will we stand idly by as the winds of fate carry us away from the pride we once knew? Look to your heart. Bears fans, could you endure another season of futility, another chance to scream at the TV, only for it to echo back the same empty promises? Only time will tell, just as the ticking clock steadily marches toward either glory or despair. The question hangs heavy in the air, like that last desperate kick in a tied game. Can we really trust this staff to guide us home? Or will we all reach a point where this obsession with the Bears becomes a haunting memory of what might have been?